Good day! Welcome to another episode of Philo Talks with Clay. In today's episode, we will talk more about our human nature, our body, our soul, and how these embodied spirits reflects us as a human. I will also share some of the great old sayings and theories of the philosophers back in the ancient era up to this modern era. This will cover the different perspectives about our mind, our soul, and body started from Plato, who was the student of the great Socrates, up to the contemporary perspectives, mainly the Filipino perspectives presented by Father Leonardo Mercado. But before we start, be sure to like and subscribe to my channel for more videos about this and my other podcasts. Without further ado, let's start. What is an embodied spirit? Why do such spirits exist? For me, when we say that the human person is an embodied spirit, we specifically mean that the human person is the point of collision between their body and soul. We cannot talk without our body, and we cannot walk without our soul. Therefore, the human person cannot do anything without the union of our body and soul. Understanding the specificity of the human person as an embodied spirit is important because aside from the fact that it enables us to know our potentialities and limitations, it also exposes us to a thorough and deeper understanding of ourselves as a unique creature united by body and soul. According to Plato, who's first on our list, there are three parts of the soul, namely, the rational, the spiritual, and the appetitive. For him, the rational soul is located in the head, the spiritual soul in the chest, and the appetitive in the abdomen. According to him, the spiritual and appetitive souls contribute to the motion and activity of the whole person, while the rational soul's function is to guide the spiritual and appetitive souls. The appetitive part of the soul drives the human person to experience thirst, hunger, and other physical wants, while the spiritual soul drives the human person to experience abomination, anger, and other emotional feelings. Lastly, it is the rational part of the soul that enables the human person to think, reflect, analyze, comprehend, draw conclusions, and the like. For example, a man is angry with another person who insulted him. Out of anger, he may desire to kill that person but does not actually kill the culprit because he knows that if he does, he will be imprisoned. When you put it into Plato's reasoning, we can say that it is the spirit in man that makes the person angry with him. Yet, his anger is restrained by reason, that is, by the rational soul. Next to our list is Saint Augustine's medieval Christian philosophy. He stated that we, humans, have a soul and body. We are created in the image of God. Because of this, we have the same reason and free will to live like God. Our knowledge came from God, that is why we must use through faith in God. He also said that philosophy in general is the love of God. Without God, we are bound to fail. Because of this, we are being restless in our whole lives until we find rest in God. The primacy of the mind over body is what Mr. René Descartes' perspective about the embodied spirits. He stated that the belief of our mind and body are essentially separate from each other. He called it dualism. On the other hand, the attitude of detachment is our tendency to live our lives in a more detached way from our experience. According to him, we see this detachment in hospitals, our views on women, in relationship and etc. To be detached from our emotions, to see our bodies as a mere tool of our mind. But, according to Gabriel Marcel, the belief that reality consists of objects and events or phenomena as they are perceived or understood in human consciousness is what he called phenomenology. Phenomenology states two perspectives in our human bodies: having and being the body as an object and the body as a subject. We need to live in our experiences as one body, soul, and spirit as one. In Mr. Maurice Merleau-Ponty and his embodied mind perspective, he stated that there is no experience that is not an embodied experience. He also pointed out that everything that happens in this world happens with our bodies. We make ourselves known to the world through our physical bodies. We grow and move about in the world in such a way that our bodies learn to be in harmony with it. For Merleau-Ponty, the work of the mind and body are so mixed together that we cannot even distinguish where the work of the body ends and where the mind begins. Lastly, in this contemporary era, Mr. Leonardo Mercado pointed out his own perspective about what is an embodied person. According to him, Filipino philosophy is the same as that of the other Oriental philosophies that emphasize the union of the body and the mind. The difference lies with the fact that Filipino philosophy underscores the value of keeping harmony with one another. To him, to become a person who is attuned to his nature and observes the oneness of his mind and body with the goal of being humane or makatao in Tagalog terms. Did you learn in today's episode? What are your opinions regarding the different perspectives of these great philosophers? Do you have your own opinion about it? Just comment down below. If you find this episode interesting, please like, comment, and subscribe for more videos that I will release. Until the next episode of Philo Talks with Clay, goodbye and may God bless us all. Salamat sa inyong pakikinig.